Hi guys, welcome back. We are working today on a 2004 XC90, and as is the way with these, the plastic headlights have become disastrously foggy. Now, there's one really nice feature about headlights on XC90s, and that's that they remove ever so easily. You have to just pull this tab out of here, this tab out of here, keep those in a really safe place, and then the whole headlight assembly just pulls forwards. Now, when it's pulled forwards, you'll notice there's quite a lot of wires and so on attached onto it, but they all attach onto a single clip down here. This is the socket in question. Now you just need to pull this front section up. You can see before this one's had a bit of violence from a screwdriver at some point. There is a little slot in the front there. We can just pull that up. Has to come up quite a way, just keep wiggling away at it. If you are going to use a screwdriver, be a bit gentle. Just go side to side and you'll see eventually it pops. And once that's pulled all the way up, there it is, then this should just fall off. And then the whole headlight comes away. So what we're going to do here is rub away the surface layer. This is using a rubbing compound, carborundum paste basically. It's very similar in many ways to T-Cut. I used to use T-Cut myself. These days tend to use Maguire's Plast RX, or I prefer the Turtle Wax one, the headlight cleaner with a sealant built into it. Seems to just last a little bit longer. But basically what we're going to do is give this a good shake. None of these are good for your hands, by the way, so always wear gloves with these. Just going to give it a good shake, put a bit onto a cloth, and apply that onto the surface. Now I'm just going to rub this around in the first instance, let this dry on a little bit. You only do one headlight at a time, a little bit more required. I should add, by the way, that I have just washed this car with soap and water, so you don't want any grease or oil still on the lens when this stuff's going on. Okay, and once that is on and rubbed around, I'm going to get a little polisher. Handy little Sealy one, I recommend these. They're little rechargeable jobbies with a Velcro pad. So I put a foam pad on that. I'm going to use this foam pad to work the surface. Put a little bit more of the stuff straight onto the pad if you need to, or alternatively, just top up the microfiber cloth. Give it a bit more and keep on going. This area here in particular is going to need quite a bit of attention. Now you can rub this in fact basically polish the thing entirely by hand if you've got about 2 hours of your life to spare. So just this section in the middle now causing some grief. I'm just going to use slightly more aggressive compound on that one. I'm actually just going to use a bit of T-Cut on this one. Now if this doesn't shift it, I may take it up a gear again and deal with this in the same way that we would if we were polishing a top coat, by using some 2500 grit wet and dry paper and then polishing that We'll see how it goes. It seems to be improving, albeit slowly, so I'll stick with this for a while. Okay, now we're getting there, so I'm going to change from the foam pad onto a fleece buffer here. There you go. Unfortunately, there is no magic bullet for this stuff. You have to just grind away the surface film that's causing the cloudiness. But easy enough to do, and certainly a product recommendation from me anyway is this headlight cleaner and sealant from Turtle Wax. As I say, the Meguiar's one is good, Plast RX, that stuff's called, but it doesn't have the sealant in it, and if you do need to bring the big guns out, then the metallic colour restorer, which is effectively a cutting compound designed for the top coat, the clear coat, is a pretty good option. Failing that, you can spray these things with a top coat, a clear coat rather, but that's pretty extreme and best left to the professionals if you have to. Just as a quick fix for home, bit of cutting compound, a little bit of a polisher, and just good old-fashioned elbow grease. So there you go, guys. Hope that's been useful to you. If it has, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.